you very much to the Mavericks. Now, I'm very fortunate we have Courtney Love with us. Courtney, it's very good to have you on the show. The first question, I love your group. Where does the name Hole come from?
Well, it doesn't come from the obvious source. Actually, it's English 101, Euripides' Medea. When she kills the bride and her own child, she says, in the Norton's anthology, because the New York Times researched it, says there's a hole that pierces my soul. But my mother's this kind of crap New Age, well, my mother's this New Age psychologist, and she said, I said, you know, I had this terrible childhood. She said, well, you can't have a hole running through you all the time, Courtney.
Hole.
So,
thus hole. The hole in the spirit.
Yeah, and then, you know, the genital reference, you know, go ahead and
make it if you will.
If you want, yeah, I don't care.
Now, I read that you first got into music because of the English music you heard at Reform School. Is that true?
Yeah, well, yeah. This guy he was an intern, came back from Britain, and he brought me a Squeeze record.
Not very hard.
And a Sex Pistols record and a Pretenders record.
And what ones got played?
Well, actually, I like this. The Sex Pistols scared me. So does Pretenders and Squeeze.
Yeah. Oh, cool. That's a correct answer.
Well, I'm not trying to kiss your butt. I'm just telling you.
No, I was thrilled to know.
I didn't know. I didn't know. You know what was like. You know, it was like hip to like. You know, be Johnny Rotten or something.
Yeah, nor did we. And it was a mystery to us. It was a complete mystery to it. Now, I think in a moment we're going to see a clip of the band you like. But when did you first come to England?
1981.
Yeah.
Or around 1982. I was 14 and a half, turned 15.
And why did you come over?
Well, I have this real father who's an insane person, but he claimed that he was doing lectures at Trinity, when really he was doing talk shows about the Grateful Dead, who he managed for about a minute. So he said he could get me into Trinity in Dublin. So I audited 2 semesters there, and I started taking photos for Hot Press, and I met Julian Cope one night, and these crazy things happened, and he said, come live in my house, and he gave me the keys.
Oh, nice man.
Kind of a crazy nice man.
Yeah.
A wonderful man. No, I truly love him.
We haven't got any footage of him, but we have got some footage of a band that you do like.
Well, it's my roommate, actually, Pete DeFreitas, from the Bunnymen, who's gone from this plane. And he's probably much happier. I don't think this plane's too happy. And he was my roommate.
Well, have a look at this and see what you make of this. This is Echo and the Bunnymen in 1981. He's great, isn't he? They're all great. What was it that you loved about him?
Well, he hated me, but he likes me now because I kissed their butt so much. We were in the car, me and Kurt, my husband, and The Back of Love was on the radio, and he goes, God, this music you liked, it was so romantic. But then all of a sudden he got really into it, and I played him like Suck It Up Furs and Teardrop and the Bunnymen, and he'd been weaned on sort of Black Flag and Black Sabbath and stuff, and he got very into it.
An eye-opener for him, so to speak.
Very much so. And I think that, you know, having seen them about 8,000 times and Nirvana about 90,000 times.
Did you learn anything from them? Did you?
Absolutely everything. I ripped off every stage move from him and Julian and Kurt.
Cool.
pretty much.
That's very good. Now, your next LP, let me just ask you this before we move on. Your next LP, I read you'd thought up a title, and I can't remember what it was. It was
Celebrity Skin.
Celebrity Skin. Tell me about that.
Because I touched a lot of it.
Yeah? That's my coat.
Oh.
Well, in that case, and tell me about Celebrity Skin. I read there was something I read about.
Oh, well, there was this real loser band in LA called Celebrity Skin. They were like totally horrifying. And then there's this magazine called Celebrity Skin. It's like a nudie magazine of famous people that have like maybe a nipple out or you know, something else. Not women generally. No, women exclusively. And it's a bootleg, so I can have the name. The other one was Use Once and Destroy, but that was just applying to one sick relationship that was quite quick. So I decided to forget about that.
Well, let's move along then, I think. And thank you very much for coming. We're all going to do some more at the end, the big finish, which we're looking forward to no end. We'll have a light ale in a minute. But in the meantime...
All right, Jules.
We're going back to literally reality.
You damn fool, you.
Oh, you call me that, but I like that. And now a link to reality, because it is reality. The camera's there. And please welcome, with the song Reality, Dion Faris.